Swimming Pool International, the Swimming Pool Podcast.
A warm welcome to our International Swimming Pool Podcast. In front of me sits Angela Herrmann, International Sales Manager at Banker Manufacturing in Germany.
And in front of me sits Michael Fither, Export Manager at Fluvo Schmalenberger from Tübingen in Germany as well. Now I was confused because we are not in Germany.
Today we are at Hellebrekers in Nunspeet and we have an interview with Pieter Hazeleger, Project Manager Yachts at Hellebreker. Very welcome, Pieter. Nice to meet you. We haven't met before. You have met Pieter before, Angela.
Yes.
And we are going to talk about swimming pools in yachts, or on yachts, I should say. Pieter, can you explain us a little bit first about the company Hellebrekers in general?
Yes, of course. Good morning, first of all.
Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to have you here. Yeah, we met at the first time at the exhibition in Keulen, I guess it was. And Angelo came to me and he said, did you have some interest to do a podcast? So I said, okay, why not? We like to talk about our job, our company, so that's why we invited you. Hellebrekers is an installation company all round. We do a lot of things more than only yachts. Also, we do water treatment on swimming pools, public pools, private pools. I guess we have also a big department for industrial automatization and also a huge network in there. Also mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. I think the company has around 300 employees for now, so quite big, I guess. I started almost 28 years ago. I started as a trainee. During trainee, I thought it was interesting to do more than that, so I became a mechanic at the public pools, not at yachts. There were no yachts 28 years ago, maybe there was, but not in my mind. So I started as a mechanic. During that, for 7-8 years, I came back in the office. It was a little bit necessary because I had some physical complaints, so I said, okay, let me in the office and then I could do both things, outside and inside. After a while, I liked it more at the office and also a little bit outside, do some mechanical things, and I could combine it, so that was a perfect combination. After 10 years, I started as an engineer because they need some people at the office also who did some technical drawings. So I started there. It was not kind of my thing. I missed the outside, I missed the mechanical part. So I asked if there's a possibility to have some job, maybe they could create something for me, a little bit outside, a little bit inside. So I did my own engineering and I go outside. I did also the mechanical part, so I did my own job, so I can blame nobody when it was not good. And after that, I grew up a little bit as a project leader, assistant, project leader, senior, and it started growing the business in yachts, so they needed a project manager. I said, okay, let me do that because I'm used to it right now. And now I think the department of the yachts is a small 12, 13 people now.
Okay, well that's, I wouldn't say small.
No, but using the company as 300 employees, it's a small part. Small department.
Sorry to interrupt you, but this swimming pool on yachts, is that typically something for Dutch companies to do this with all the shipyards here and so on? Because you don't see it in other countries, not so many, at least I don't.
No, but I guess Germany also has a lot of yards. Holland is, because it's quite a small country, it has, I think, 6 big yards, which are building over 100-meter yachts. So that's unique.
I mean, I was so interested, our own topic really is dream pools, This is really like, let's say, the topic of the podcast. And then I thought we put it to a higher level, a dream pool on a yacht. I mean, this is really the absolute high class, let's say.
Yeah.
But I would say, you said Germany has quite some yachts, but I think when I even go to the boat show in Monaco, I do see a lot of people. I mean, you're very well presented, I have to say.
Yeah, no, that's for sure, because I guess at the Monaco Yacht Show, there is a complete part only of Dutch yacht builders on one big area. And a few, of course, we know Lursen, it's one of the biggest. And you have also... how do you call, they build the cruises, the big one.
Meyerwerf is a bit in trouble at the moment, but
yeah,
yes.
I know.
Yeah.
But I guess we are in the top 3 in the world, I guess.
And also for the architects.
Yeah, also, yeah.
Okay. Well, and one of the questions we spoke about before, Angela, was does the whole process of getting customers more or less work the same as you have with swimming pools, let's say, on the land?
It depends, because normally what the normal way is to have a project is yacht is calling, okay, we're going to build a new build within 2 years. Could you make a little design? We want to have 1 pool or 2 or 3 or jacuzzi or sauna, steam room, doesn't matter. And then we say, okay, we are not going in detail. It's only, okay, 1 pool, how big it is, how deep it is, do we have a tank to drain it back, or should the water go directly overboard? That are the first few questions we are mentioning. After that, they are getting more in detail, and they said, okay, the customer bought the ship, they want an approx price, how much around. So we give a price, and the prices are much higher than the normal prices, and it's not because it's a customer with a lot of money, but it's very complicated how it works. And also in the States, we don't have space, we don't have much time. We said, okay, we have 3 years, but we're always in a hurry at the end. So that's quite an issue for us also. There's also a way, the owner's representative. That's one of the important guy you need to know, because he can bring you in with no problem at all. And he can say, okay, you need Hellebrekers for that, because they are building great projects, reliable, good services, because there's also an important thing to have afterwards when they are on sailing and they are at the other side of the world, and they can give us a call. We've been there within 2 or 3 days. So that's most of them, how we get into new projects. And captains also, very important. They talk to each other. Okay, we have a pool from Hellebrekers. It's really nice. It works fine. No troubles at all. And then they are going to say it to the owner as a representative. And they said, okay, you need to go to Hellebrekers. And then they said it to the yacht, and the yacht comes to us.
Okay.
You just said it is very specific, to do this. And I just have one little story I remember very well, because before I was working with jacuzzis, and the representative of the owner came to see only the jacuzzi, and he had the yellow stickers, and every little thing on the jacuzzi, what I have never seen before, it would have been marked.
You need hawk.
So I'm really have a lot of respect on your work, because I know how you have to work in detail.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit more about what is so special in your work?
I guess to make something or to create something which is not there. The customer don't want to have anything somebody else have. That's first of all. So the first you get your design, you have your nice pictures, your renderings, so it looks perfect. But if you make a photo of the rendering and you make a photo after 2 years on board, it's exactly the same. So that's why they need to know, okay, does they like to have only built a product, this is jacuzzi, put some water in it and it's finished? They need something specific. they are talking about millimeters, about radiuses, mosaic. What I think by myself, why we're talking about 1 millimeters, but they are talking about 1 millimeter, and it has to be exactly as the same what the designer designs. We are not always friend of a designer because we are technical guys and we want to make a good solution and a solution for years, and they make it quite difficult for us to make a product which suits both parties. So it's also nice though to do.
So in that sense, it's much more detailed design and technically than, let's say, regular high-end stainless steel pools.
Yeah.
It's a completely
Yeah, it's
different world.
completely different. Yeah. But also, now we have one project. For example, there are 2 jacuzzis which are going on board. There should be tiles in it, but you don't can say, oh, here's a jacuzzi. You have to every radiuses, every rounds at the seat, at the knees, at the back, it should have exactly 57 centimeters and 3 millimeters, because otherwise the mosaic don't fit, and they have to end with a half a mosaic, and they want only one complete mosaic.
So that's a calculation example.
Yeah. But they also make the design of the jacuzzi, and also with the tiles. We send a 3D model to the tiling company. They will put in the tiles, and they will fit in like that. They will all not what you normally see. You have the 30 centimeters. You can buy them completely, but normally they make the mosaic one by hand. There are 3 or 4 guys
they are
in
like
the jacuzzi.
already prepared in this. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's not
possible.
no,
Yeah.
because it's round and that's square. So they have to make all things exactly. Yeah.
Is it going to be a gold mosaic?
It's also gold. It's also silver. It's all kind of things.
That leads me to the question talking about materials, no? Because you have so special requirements, and you have the seawater, you have the air around, so it makes everything so special.
Yeah.
What do you really have to consider of the materials as well? Because they have to bear a lot.
The materials and also the condition of the weather, because when they are in Dubai, there's 50 degrees. When they are at Arctic, it's 0. So we also want to know at the beginning, is it an expedition vessel? Is it only a pleasure vessel? Is it going to be for rental?
Yeah.
So that we make also with the customer. We make a decision, okay, you go there, but you got not going to be there, so we can make another material choice for that. Seawater is not good for stainless steel. Everybody says stainless steel is perfect, but it's not that perfect. You need to have an exactly spray it with some coating.
Yeah.
Because you have a very high concentration.
Yeah.
Salt,
When we normally made our jacuzzis or pools, it's composite, it's gel coat finished, it's a special swim coat finish which can handle the temperatures, the chlorine, the pH levels, also sunlight. But we have to be honest to say that there is no gel coat which can handle 50 or 60 or 70 degrees, because when there's water in a black pool, I once stepped in one and I burned my feet because it's over 80 degrees.
The water?
No, the pool itself when it's empty.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Because it's only in the sun, and they when they fill it up, they say, okay, fill it up, you step in, because they have to take off some covers. But you will burn like that. Yeah, it's
a big cooking pot.
Yeah. And also with the glass mosaic, it's shiny, it's glass, it's dark, it will be hot, very hot.
So how do you find all these materials which can bear these situations?
We have some suppliers which are doing also this for over 20 years, so they have all the experience and they have all the guys and the knowledge which you can do. And we also have to say to the customer, okay, you want this, but note that can be a problem in the future. But they are taking it, and they said, okay, we want it black with yellow stripes. They can get black with yellow stripes. But you have to be aware, after 2 years, maybe 1 year, you have to repaint it again because it's discoloring by the sun and UV lights and the chlorine.
Okay, so that's generally accepted as long as
Yeah.
you explain to the customer
Yeah.
up front what he can expect,
Yeah.
and then they'll go for it or not.
It's not a problem at all then.
And is stainless steel not used at all? Not even seawater resistant stainless
Yeah,
steel,
yeah.
higher grades?
Yeah,
and so
higher
on?
grades, yeah, that's for sure. And also the duplex.
Duplex, yes.
Yeah, also.
Okay.
But then also there will be a coating on it, and they will make it with a filler when it's going to be tiled, because you never have a clear stainless steel pool on board. There's always paint on it or tiles on it. So not.
So it's not like a stainless steel pool that you see in a hotel or private stainless steel pools where it actually is stainless steel shiny.
No,
It's
because
always something on top.
there's
It's
always
just a
something
base.
on top. Because they don't want the same as in hotels. They want something special.
Okay.
I have to say, all the handrails and that kind of things and the grids, it's all high polished, mirror 8, so it's not high polished. It should be one level higher than that. So the surface of the stainless steel is that closed up with the polishing. It can grab no dirt, and it will not be corrosive, so there will be no rust on it. So
Higher than mirror grade, you just said.
it's mirror 8, yeah. It's unbelievable.
How about the weight? Because I think on ships generally, or even on yachts, no, is that an issue? If you have like a stainless steel pool which has quite some weight, and then you put tiles on it, or
Yeah, but first of all, when they start building a yacht, they make the calculations, of course. And in that stage, they also call us and say, okay, what are we going to use? Can we make it in composites? Should we use aluminium? We're not fan of aluminium. It's seawater resistant, but it's not swimming pool resistant. And that's why they make the filler on it. And there is a layer of 1 or 2 centimeters of filler and primer. And afterwards, we're paint or something else, what they want to have. And then it's aluminium, and it's lightweight construction then. But during the filler and everything which is coming on, it's still the same as composite, the weight, because they use stone or marble, or it's also have a little weight of that. So it doesn't matter at the end.
And in these pools on yachts, is there also things like water features built in, like waterfalls or
Yeah.
even a countercurrent?
Yeah, we use the counter currents. We use also, we had one yacht, he had a pool on it. It was completely out of glass. They have completely out of glass pools. When you're sitting in the bar, you can look up and see the people swim. I don't know if you want to have that, but okay, that's another question. They want to have a waterfall 3 meter wide, and it should be a mirror. So it's not just falling out. It should be a stream. They want to project a film on it.
Yeah.
So we're going to think about that, and we talk with guys who are in the movie business. How can we make something which you can see and project something on, because it should be smooth and it should not be bubbly or something else. So we had one waterfall, and we had 2 pumps of 200 cubics an hour just to spray one flat area of water, which they can project on it.
talking about these very special things. Do you have some story, some things what we in normal life do not really see so much?
I have one. We had a customer. The boat was built by Fatship. It was in Amsterdam, and the customer said on Wednesday he would be there on Friday. There was no water at all, so they said, okay, we need that pool filled with water because the customer wants to swim. They also invited a girl with a mermaid suit just to get in the pool. The pool was also out of glass. It was the first time the customer would see the pool itself and his yacht. So we ordered 60,000 liters of water at a village near here, because the water here is that pure and soft. We said, okay, we could use that. we can also get it on temperature. So they transported 60,000 liter to Amsterdam, filled it up. The guy jumped in. He loved it. He said, "This is the best water I ever had." They were on transport to Antibes in France. And the guy said, "Okay, let's come over 60,000 liters of water to France because I want the water which I used in Amsterdam." So there were three trucks full of water to France just to swim in that water. Because
including the mermaid?
No, I was not the mermaid. No. No, but because they can.
Yes. So it proves that if you have money, you can you can
for sure
go that way.
Yeah.
So they're really dream pools
Yeah.
in any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Anything is possible, let's say.
We say until it's not possible anymore because
But then
the sky is the limit. Because of them, because they have an idea already, and they just throw an idea on the table and they say, "Okay, I want to have this," and then everybody starts to think and they say, "Okay, maybe it's possible, but you have to skip that part because it's not possible." So at the end, you got almost the idea they want to have. So that's nice.
I have been on a couple of yachts and I always felt like, I mean, there's like super noble hotels.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I thought, I mean, probably I don't see it because I don't have that eye for it. Then I miss this, what the owner maybe create himself. I didn't see it, because it looked like a super fancy hotel. But I didn't know what was his really personal approach on it, So, but maybe it's hidden, kind of,
Yeah, but I think in the details, because there's a lot of art also on board. The designers create a living area for the owner, and of course they are sitting with the owner every week, and they are discussing, and also with the owner representative. They discuss, okay, what does the customer like? We had also one customer who said, "I have a jacuzzi at my home in Florida." He make the picture of it and he want exactly the same on his boat, just to feel at home when he's on his yacht.
And so you do the Hellebrekers does the whole process from getting involved in the design and offering and so on up to the installation.
Up to the installation, yeah.
So
And
you
also-
have like mechanics specialized on yachts that are different than the guys who do the pools on land, I would assume.
Yeah, because the mechanics, which are normally at the public pools on land, hate yachts, and it's strange to say, but it's small areas. It's always you have to wait for some people. You can come on board, and you think, okay, I'm gonna install a jacuzzi right now, but you have to go away because the painter is already started it. So you have to go back to the office again. Okay, I cannot do anything. Of course, we'll make a call. Okay, can we do something else? When does the painter finish? So planning is really, really important. And also for us, because if you go to a job for 3 times and 3 times you have to go home, you don't like it anymore. You say, okay, this is the 3rd time I've been here and I cannot do anything still. So that's why we have to, first when we started, I have to email, to call, okay, can we go? Can we come? Are you sure there's nobody else? And then when we come over there, we can do our job perfectly. And it's the biggest pipe we used is 110 millimeters on board. In the public pools, it's 500 millimeters. So it's huge, and it's all small, and it's all more detailed, and it should be look fine and nice, and also the cabling should be straight and not with any curves. So it's you have also more time to do it, but it must be perfect.
Yes.
But then I think you also have to be fit physically.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I've
yeah,
been
yeah.
on a boat where they refurbished everything, and I thought, oh my god, you really need to be kind of a monkey
Yeah.
to climb here.
Yeah.
It was really like, oh, you do this big step, no problem. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I thought it was a bit problem,
Yeah.
really.
No, you have to be, how do you call it, physically not that big, because
Yeah.
because you have the owner's stateroom, you have the lounge, the sun deck. It's huge, it's massive, and all the parts where the techniques are. is that small. So we always complain, of course. We say, okay, we need some more space. But they don't have any space because they need to put somewhere cushions and also other stuff.
So the water treatment and pumps for your water features and so on, it's all in a very small place,
Yeah.
space next. So
Next
you
to
have
the jacuzzi.
things to consider like the cooling of the pumps and stuff like that.
Also
and
we have to make an air vent calculation. How much will the blower uses on air? How warm will be the pump below there? So we have to say to the yard, okay, give us fresh, cooled air, approx 200 cubics or something, just to cool the pumps down because it's getting too hot otherwise.
yes, I can imagine. It's like a science.
Yeah. No, because they say it's just a swimming pool, but it's more
It's
than
much
that.
more. Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, regular swimming pool designs can be complicated already, but
Yeah.
compared to yachts, it's a piece of cake.
Yeah, you have the space, the technical space is much bigger, yeah. And
Exactly.
So,
So you right.
Yeah.
It's amazing, is it?
Yeah, it is totally. I love this topic, to
yeah,
be honest.
Yeah.
Is it like we were wondering if this how is the market? Is it growing market or how is it at the moment?
At the moment, we had a crazy 3 years. It was coming from everywhere. It doesn't matter from Turkey to Spain to France to Germany, Holland, England, the US. And now you see they built, and I just looked it up, how much yachts were on the construction last year. It were 850. Not only in Holland, of course, but worldwide. So, and when we have now 10 or 12 on the construction, but it's really busy for us because we are at the office with 3 guys. We have, of course, some software engineers, we have some electrical engineers, we have some mechanical guys. So, but it's not a complete year for them to work on yachts. So when they are started with a new project, which is not a yacht, and when they call from a yacht, I have to go to them directly and say, stop with that job because we need to go to that yacht. They have a problem. And then you have to fly there because the guys...
So you fly everywhere where they are. If they're
Yeah.
in Asia at the moment, wherever you
Yeah.
go and fix the problem.
Yeah. No, we've been in Antigua. It's at the Caribbean. Small islands. A customer called. Okay, we got a big problem, and the customer is coming. The pool is not working. Okay, we are now in that state. We can go on remote, so we can see what's happening. But it was not in that time a few years ago. So a guy stepped in the plane, goes to Charles de Gaulle, to Paris, to Antigua, and he just found out there was one switch off on the cabinet. So he flight.
That's actually very good when you have swimming pool controls. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
no,
if
no,
you have
no.
artificial controlled and you
Now
can
we
see
are
what's
all
happening
doing on
now.
remote, so we
Yeah.
could see it then. But back in the years, they didn't have remote. So the guy he said, "Okay, Peter, I'm here now, but there's only one switch turned off." He said, "Put it on and get back in the plane and fly back." So,
But
and
you
they
do-
will pay for it. They will pay for it. That's of course.
So I was,
important.
I was going to ask that too, of course. But outside your, let's say, warranty period, you do all the service and maintenance for the pools you've supplied to the yachts.
Yeah.
That's part of the contract.
That's part of the contract. We are now trying to get more because we do as a Hellebrekers, we have a lot of contracts for the customers. I'd like to have it also for the yacht customers, but it's quite difficult to say, okay, we will keep the installation and the guarantee for 10 years, but it costs every year that amount of money. But because they are selling the yacht maybe within 1 year to get another one, it's quite difficult
Right.
because the owner is every time someone else. But last week I got a call from a guy. We built it in 2006, and he said, "Okay, Peter, we want to upgrade the PLC because we cannot download any software anymore. The firmware is outdated, so we need something new." I never heard them earlier. I said, "How is the installation doing?" He said, "Perfect." we only did the upgrade on PLC, and now it's running fine again. So that's good to hear. Also for
Yes,
Hellebrekers,
yes, of
yeah.
course.
I
Okay.
mean, I just see, because we have heat exchangers also on yachts, and I just sometimes I notice then I have like at the same day contact me like 5 suppliers,
Yeah.
and they all ask for the same little spare part. I'm like from all parts of the world,
Yeah.
you know, because they need it tomorrow.
Yeah. Now and also you have the spare part companies, and first of all we have some commitment with the yachts. We say, okay, when we were directly contacted by a yacht, and it is within the 5 years of the new build, we have to contact the yacht itself. Okay, that boat is calling, they want to have some extra parts, please. We will quote for the yacht, but not directly for the yacht itself. That's a commitment we made, and that's always working fine, because otherwise we have to, last week we have to send something to Jeddah. It was quite difficult to get it over there, and sometimes there also was some chemicals. That's more difficult then. So I rather send it to the yard in Makkum or in Vlissingen or in somewhere in Holland, because it's more easy
Yes.
for me.
Yes. Well, in normal pools, we work exactly the same. We try to avoid the end user
Yeah.
and work with partners.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, no,
much more efficient.
yeah, for sure, yeah.
Okay, so I also guess that if you have to provide service to yachts, it's always top urgent,
Yeah.
because with this kind of high-end clients, they cannot wait 2 weeks.
No, that's not, don't even think about it now, because the customer is always coming, and what we want to do as a Hellebrekers, we say, okay, let's come over in March, April, before the season starts. Give an upgrade to the system, so you will be for sure you can do your summer period, and afterwards let us come over to finish it, preserve everything, that it's fine for the next season again. But the guys are that busy. When we make a quote, the engineers like to have it for sure, because it will take some work from them, and they are for sure the system will work fine again. But they are sailing a lot to keep everything. They have to provide the boat with all the food, the drinks, and everything. And then it's difficult to make an appointment somewhere, because they are sailing from every part of the world again. So you have to get back to them. Dus when they are at a yard in Barcelona, MB92, or at a refit yard, they will call us and say, okay, come over, just see how the installation look like, make a plan, make some spare part list for us, and then we can send it to them, and they have a season with all the parts on board.
So you have a lot of pressure, I guess, on your shoulders, no, because of this very intense and fast work. So what for you about this job is what do you like most? Or why do you like it so much?
What you already said, you're living in a world where you're normally not intending to be, because you're always on nice places, always sunny places. The guys on board know you are coming to help them, so you're always welcome. You can eat on board, you can drink on board, you can do everything what you like. And also to make something what's not already there. When the guys
Great.
just to make the impossible almost possible. So I think that's the nicest thing. And we have a nice team. The guys are all working for each other, and they know how it works. So when they say, okay, we are working 9 to 5, you're not working 9 to 5, you're working from Monday to Monday. And when they call on Saturday evening, you know there is a problem. They are never calling just to say hi. So that's why you have to always be there for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so we could actually learn from you a lot. Customer service, be there always, no?
Yeah, no, but I guess, and
Service.
yeah, Hellebrekers is at the service, because we're that big. There's always someone who wants to go to the Caribbean.
Yes. Yeah, I can imagine.
You know, and we have 1 or 2 guys. I know them if I'm calling them directly right now, they will sit in the plane this afternoon to go somewhere because they like their job also.
Yeah.
So that's good to hear also for everybody over here. And they say, okay, oh, you have to go to France or to Spain, and it's not that nice to be on the sun deck when it's 40 degrees just crawling below a jacuzzi. Of course,
It's work at the end.
It's work at the end, and of course, when you're sitting at the beach, then you make the pictures for your colleagues, and not when you're crawling
Not in
under
the
a
engine
jacuzzi.
room.
No,
or
no,
in
no,
the
no, no, no.
technical room.
No, of course not. No.
Now, it's really, really interesting topic. Like you said, when you're not in this world, you haven't got a clue
No.
what's going on there.
No.
And it's actually for the same in swimming pool building if you're not from this world. But this is something,
High end, yeah, next
yes,
level.
yes,
next level,
yes.
yeah.
And well, I think we've learned a lot today about shipyards, boats, wellness on boats, and what is actually possible, or basically nothing is impossible. The sky is the limit, as Peter said. And well, thank you very much for your time. Is there anything you have to ask?
No, not for this moment.
Okay.
I guess.
Let's
I
talk
think-
about business later.
Yeah, we talk about business later because
And,
I don't know if it suits in here, but okay.
No, thanks a lot. So we can finish it off for today.
Okay, thank you also.
Thank
for
you so
coming.
Yeah,
much.
you're most welcome.
Dank u wel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
alsjeblieft.
So you can write us with any comments or questions at mail@swimmingpool-podcast.com. Goodbye.
Danke.
Gracias.
Merci.
Sheshe.
Danke wel.
Spasiba.
Bye bye.
Swimming Pool International, the Swimming Pool Podcast.